Welcome to one of the many circle sessions hosted by Wonder Girls. Wonder Girls is a nationwide classrooms movement. We bring relatable female role models into classroom settings through our circle sessions. As you will see, the crux of these sessions is its dialogic nature. We're currently working with 150 plus classrooms across 7 Indian cities. Our aim is for every adolescent in India to have access to relatable female role models. I welcome you once again and hope you enjoy learning from our speakers' life journey and career path.
Hey Didi.
Hello. Good evening. So,
Hi.
Good evening, Didi.
Hi
Didi.
Hi. Hi, Yogita Didi.
Hello.
Hi everyone.
Didi, what is his name?
Hi.
okay,
Hi.
Didi, what is
guys.
My name is Yogita.
Okay. Hi.
Everyone, just we are going to start. So, I would request all of you to stay on mute for a second. And I would be introducing Yogita to you all. So just be on mute and don't worry, we are here to interact only. You can always ask questions to her and she would be there to answer all your questions. So we are starting in a bit. So let me just introduce you to Yogita. Uh, Meet, she is Yogita Agarwal, the founder of Fair Innovations, an independent design studio making handmade tableware. She believes that good design can add delight to everyday experience. Yogita founded Wear Innovation on this belief after graduating from Parsons School of Design, New York, as an award winning product designer and entrepreneur with her name on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list. So here she is with us. And welcome to you, Yogita. And thank you so much for giving your time and being here with our kids, like getting ready to talk to them. And I hope it would be an exciting journey for you as well as for the kids. A hearty welcome to you. And
Thank you.
yes, so
Thank you so much, Prachi, for having me here today. I'm very excited to hear the questions that the kids have and to answer them.
yes. So, to start with, I would be taking you forward with the very first question of ours. So, we would like to start with knowing, like, something about you. Tell us something about you, yourself, your journey, and what you do, how you came in. So, something about yourself and your journey. Yeah.
Okay. So Prachi has introduced me very nicely and very sweetly with all the good things that I've done and all the awards that I got, but I've actually also failed a lot trying to get there. So before I start, I want you guys to see one of the products I've designed. It's a mug. It's very different. It's very weird, as some people might call it. But that's what we do now. I make unique products like this, and that people can use every day. I wasn't a first ranking student in school, but I loved learning. I always wanted to know how things work. I was always curious, how is this made? How is a pen made? How are things made? And now I make crockery.
Yogita Didi.
Yeah. Yes, Mehak.
Prachi Didi.
Yes, Mahek.
Your voice is breaking.
Oh, okay.
Yogita Didi's voice is breaking.
Okay, so can you switch
Just
off
1 minute.
your internet for a second, your video for a second? so that you might get a good network, because we can hear her clearly. So try and sit in a place where there is good range and try switching off your like video. Even I'll do that.
Okay.
Yogita, you can continue.
Yogita Didi, same to you.
Yeah. So,
I told same to you.
oh, thank you. So, yeah, just a fun fact about me. I don't know how to cook. I cook very bad food, but I like making simple food. So I started Vernovations so that I could make pretty plates that make my food look good. So, yeah, that's a basic example of how product design or design can make things better and, more can solve problems. So, yeah, I think that's just a little bit about me. And if you guys have any questions, I would love to answer them.
So, Mehak, I would ask you to go on with your question that you had for her. So, yeah.
Can I ask?
Yes,
Prachi Didi?
you
Yes.
can. Yes, you can.
Yogita Didi, you have become an interior designer. Why you could not be a doctor, teacher, tailor, engineer, something else, etc.? Why you have become an interior designer only? Why?
So,
Didi, I want to be police.
Yeah, Rahim, give me a second. Let her answer that and I will come back to you. Just a second. Yes, Yogita, you can continue.
So that's a very good question, Mehak. I actually,
Thank you.
so I wanted to become a designer because the definition of a designer, I am actually a product designer. So a product designer solves a problem through a product. So for me, product design is like magic, you know. I see a problem and then I think, okay, how could
Didi, I
I
want to
solve?
be MLA.
Pardon?
Didi, MLA.
I'm sure you can become it if you work hard for it. So
You can
yeah,
continue, Didi.
yes. So for me, product design is like magic, right? If I want to solve a problem, then I can figure out how I want to solve it. So if solving the problem, so for example, if we had a problem that I couldn't talk to you, like when people had the problem that they couldn't talk to each other over a long distance, they designed a
Yeah.
phone, right?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
so the reason why I wanted to be a designer is because I can work with an engineer to design a phone. I don't have to be an engineer,
Wow.
you know?
Yeah,
So as a designer, you can learn a lot of things and work with other people who know it, but your job is to solve a problem. So that's why I decided I want to be a designer and I can keep learning about different things and
Didi,
solve different
designer,
problems.
no, how did you be designer?
How did I?
Didi, how did you do designer?
I went to college which
Yeah.
teaches I went to a college which teaches design,
Yeah.
and that's how I learned how to be a designer. But you can all be a designer sitting at home if you start thinking that I have a problem, how do I solve it and come up with a solution. Yes. Mehak, you have a question?
Yeah. Second, which college we should have to join? I want to become an interior designer in my future. Which college, which studies, which syllabus we should have to take to become an interior designer?
So there are many so within design there are many different categories. Like Mehak wants to become an interior designer. So interior designer will design a house or an office. A product designer will design, say, any product. So like a pen or a table. A graphic designer will design a poster or TV ads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can, there are many different colleges. So for interior design, there are colleges like Rachna Sansad or like NID, National Institute of Design. there are many different colleges around India which teach design. So you can find out which is the college around you which teaches either interior design or architecture, and then you have to apply there.
Didi, which designer you are?
You are product
I am a-
designer.
Yeah, I'm a product designer.
Product.
Yes.
I told you, no, Didi, last time I told you, no, what that? Same to you. I told you because I'm telling you same to you because I also want to become an interior designer.
Oh,
For that
okay.
only I told you same to you.
Okay, now I got it.
I'm-
I couldn't hear you.
I will not become a product. I become decorating house, hotels, office.
Yes, interior design is also a very, very, very good field. It's very fun and exciting.
I like designing that much.
Yes, very nice. Everyone should draw. When you have an idea of a space or if you have an idea of a house, you should draw it. However the drawing is, you should draw it. That way you'll become a better designer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other
Okay, you
question?
carry on. No,
Thank you
carry
so
on.
much, Mehak, for that. The questions were wonderful, and thank you, Rahim, for also jumping in. And I can see the excitement in you for asking questions. So, would like to ask you if you have any other question, you can ask her now. Rahim, if you have any other questions, you can ask her now. And for the others, you can put your questions on the chat box. Do feel free to put the questions on the chat box or raise your hand so that I can let you ask the questions. And we would
Prachi
be
Didi?
moving forward. Yes, Mehak.
Didi, who is this Sania? He is not in our class.
There are people.
Oh.
Yeah, Sania is from our class, and there are people from other classes also. So don't worry, there are many other people here. So just kids like you and those who want to also become designers, product designers, or interior designers, or join any field are there to listen to Yogita and encourage every one of you. So just enjoy staying with all other. This is a very big group now. So
Yeah, too much big. This
Yes.
much members I have not seen in any online classes.
Okay, that is amazing. Thank you, Mehak, for that. And we can move forward with the other questions. So,
Okay.
yeah. So, Rahim has a simple question for you, Yogita. Yogita, do you drink tea?
I don't drink tea, but I drink coffee.
Okay.
He will transfer to you in phone. Rahim will.
Yeah. So thank you so much for that. And Ashwini has a question, ma'am, for the people who wants to be designer but don't like drawing, what suggestions you would suggest them?
Okay. So if you want to, I think that if you want to be a designer and you don't like drawing, you can use other things around you to design products. Like you can combine, say, if you want to design a vase, you can take a water bottle and a chai ka top and put them on top of each other and design a vase. So you can use things around you and, break them, cut them, put them together with tape and glue and come up with ideas. So I'll show you something that I've made. 1 second. So sometimes I don't like to draw my ideas. So then I cut paper and I make them like this. I make a model. And it's just using different things that you can find around you. I use this type of paper, but you could use newspaper, you could use cardboard from old boxes, you can use water bottles and cut them and join them with tape. So you don't have to draw. You can do other ways of making. I'm thinking if I have other models to show you, but you can make things out of other things and you don't have to draw. But that being said, drawing is really important. It doesn't have to be a good drawing. It can be a very basic drawing. You can even just write words next to your drawing to explain it if you think it's a bad drawing. Like say I draw this, okay? Now, this is a pretty bad drawing of a man, correct? Like you might not understand what it is, right? So I could just simply draw this and then put an arrow and write man next to it. So now when you look at it, you will know it's a man. But it's important to draw it. And then as you keep drawing, you'll actually maybe start liking to draw. So if you want to become a designer, I would say just start drawing and then slowly you'll start liking it.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you for that. And that was an amazing encouragement and you giving in the idea of how we all can even though we don't like drawing, but we can jump in and we can always try putting in our ideas into the real life. So that was amazing. Thank you. And moving on with the question, I
Thank
have
you.
one more question for you. Like, at what age could you find out that you actually want to become a product designer? You want to join this field and you have something to do with yourself. Yeah.
So I think I had just finished with my 10th standard exam. And after that I went to some place where my father had some work, and I saw a lot of products being like I saw a product. I met a product designer, and that's when I decided. And then he told me what product design is, that it is about solving problems and you can make things, and anything you can imagine you can actually learn how to make it. And that's when I decided I wanted to become a product designer. I was in the 10th standard, so 16 years old, when I decided I want to be a designer. I didn't know anything about design. I didn't know how to do it or anything, but I just really liked what the idea of it was. So I decided I'll try it out.
Okay, that is amazing. And that was too young. So
Didi,
you
that
could
is so
find,
nice.
Thank you.
yeah. And
Didi is so cute. That
Yogita
is
Didi?
so nice.
Thank you. Thank you
Yogita
so
Didi,
much. Yes?
you want to see my designs?
Yeah, sure, Mehak. Sure.
Wait. I have photos. I have one now. I have your number means I can send you
Yes, you can send it to me.
two. Sorry, two I have.
Ma'am, she
This
can
is
show, no,
hand
ma'am.
yes.
Oh, it's very nice.
from bangles.
Oh wow! See, if you don't like drawing, you can make things from bangles. That's what I
I
was
have
talking
seen
about.
one more. See, flower
Wow,
for you.
very nice, very nice.
I have still drawings in sharpeners that like weathers will come. No, when we
Yeah.
sharp pencils. From that, I have made one frog of doll.
See, this is a very good example of how you can use other things to make
To
designs
make
that are.
something else,
Yes,
new
very good
things.
example, Mehak.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
Very
you
you.
good
so much,
example.
Mehak, for bringing in that. That was really wonderful. And yeah, we can always try making in. You reminded me of my childhood where I used to also do these kind of craftings, taking in like sharpeners, like leftover of the pencils and the graphites and making something out of it. And that was really wonderful, Mehak. And to move
Didi,
on with the question, uh, sorry, if anybody
see,
has
this
any
is
questions,
new type earrings.
Didi, I tell something.
yes, you can.
Feathers.
Yes,
I
Auntie.
did not.
Didi, I also made this some things. I send your photo.
Mute, Mehak.
Yeah.
Hi, Didi.
Hi.
So can you guys raise your hands if you have any question? Do raise your hand so that I know who wants to ask the question. Till then, I would like to move on with the next question. Yogita, we would actually like to know one of your very fond memories that you have while you were in this journey, while you are doing the product designing. So any of your very fond memories that you have from here?
Uh, I have many, many fond memories because I love what I do. So every day feels like that. Um, I think one of my best memories was a few days ago. I had a friend of mine came to meet me, and she told me that she went to her friend's house and they were using the products that I designed. And I think that was such a good memory because it made me feel so nice that someone I don't know is using the products that I made and they really like it. So I think that was definitely one of the really nice memories that I have being a designer.
Yes, can feel that. That really feels amazing to hear that like your own design products like comes to you like round the circle that yes, your friends have seen that
Yes.
around their friend's house. So it's amazing. And even I have seen your like products on the Instagram page and it looks really, really wonderful. The way that you all like
Thank you so much.
decorate it on the warehouse. It's really amazing. To move on with, would
Thank
like
you.
to turn around to your school life. Um, uh,
Mhm.
like there you found out that you want to become and were like product designer, but would like to also talk about that being a girl, how was it like? What were the challenges that you faced during your school time when you were in this age group, like from the class 6 to 10th? Like how and what were the challenges that you overcame, you faced, and you overcame? So,
So I think I I was very shy when I was in school. I was I mean I would be crying on a session like this. Like I was very shy and I used to I was very shy so I couldn't ask many questions. So I think that was always a little bit of a challenge for me. But I was also very curious. So I used to love studying different subjects and learning new things. So that was good. I think one challenge that I faced was being a girl. Um, I was always scared to dream big. I thought that maybe people might think that I'm not good enough to do something, or I can't become really great at what I do. But I think that's something that I learned to overcome when I got out of school. Sorry, I think someone's saying something.
yeah, I think the network issue is like letting it, the voice is cracking for that. So,
Okay.
Prachi Didi,
yes, Mehak.
Didi,
you mute everyone, Didi.
Yeah,
No
I
sound will
have
come.
done that.
Only
Yeah, I have done that. Thanks.
Didi,
Yes, Rahim, you have a question?
yeah.
Yes, you can
Didi,
go.
how many years did you did?
Okay. So I think your question
Didi,
is around, yes, I think your question is around for how many years has she been doing this? Is it? Yes, Yogita, if you can answer that question. I think the
Yeah.
network is troubling.
Um,
So,
no problem. I have been a designer for the last 5 years,
okay.
and I studied design for 4 years before that.
Okay, so it's been 9 years since you are in this journey. So,
Yes.
Harshitala has a question for you. So, Harshitala, I would like you to come off
Hmm?
mute and ask your question. Uh, yes.
So my question is, who supported you to become a designer, ma'am?
That's a really good question. So my mother actually supported me a lot. My mother was the one who helped me find out about product design. We read in a lot of newspapers and on the internet and everything, and we found out where are the colleges, and what can I learn as a designer, and what will I become, what will I do when I finish studying design. So my mother helped me a lot. me, and my father supported me by paying for my education and helping me start my business when I got done with my education.
And Likita too has a question. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong.
Okay.
So Likita, if you would also come off mute and ask your question.
Hello, Yogita. Yogita sister, I am Likita.
Hi, Litik. Hi.
Which are your best-selling products?
Oh, good question. So, this mug that I showed you here, this is one of my best-selling products. And then we have this plate. It's called the Tara plate. That's one of our best-selling products. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Yes. So, yeah, to move on with the question. So, what is actually success for you? Like, since you are in such a big platform, you have now been working since 5 years, and you are here in the journey. So, like, what according to you actually defines success?
I think the definition of success is very simple. It is being able to be, it's being better than what I was yesterday. So I ask myself this question every day, that have I learned something new today? Have I done what I do? Have I done this better today? And I think that is the definition of success, because that way we'll always be wanting to learn more. The day I think that, I can't learn anything more, that's the day when I'll stop being successful. So I have said the definition of, I think success is just being better every single day.
Yeah, that is such a simple but such like meaningful, like how you describe success is like learning. Yes, we do learn daily, and we should keep learning,
Yes.
and that is what success should actually define in. Like we have a very raw idea that success is when you will get prizes, when you will go first, become first in this field or that field. But no, we do learn daily. So yes, amazingly, success should actually mean that learning daily, progressing daily. Thank you so much, Yogita, for that. And Hima Barik has a question.
Thank you.
Hima, I would like you to come off mute and ask your question.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
I'm Hema.
Hi, Hima.
Oh, I'm studying in 9th standard. So what I had question is, even I am confused with which profession should I choose, and after 10th what should I do, or which is easy for me, which is difficult for me. This all things is confusing to me. So what I had is, who inspired you to choose this profession, or how did you choose this profession, like that, something like that.
That's a good question. What I would suggest to you is, instead of looking at what is easy or what is hard, look at what do you enjoy? Like, what is it that you really like? Because your profession is what you're going to do for a really long time. So if you really like it, you will do it even if it's hard, you know? So when I was deciding what do I want to do, I was good at a lot of things. I liked maths, I liked physics, I really liked art. But then when I did art, I used to love it. So even if it was difficult, I would spend like hours doing it, you know? So that's when I realized that, okay, I like doing this even on a Sunday. Like, it's better than going out and playing. Like, so I was like, okay, I want to make a profession in this field because I really like doing this. So ask yourself that when you're studying, what subjects do you really like studying? It's okay if it's hard, but what makes you feel good, and then try to find a profession in that field. So if you like science, for example, if you like how things operate, so then even if you find it difficult, it doesn't matter because you really enjoy it. So I think that's how you should select what profession you want to do, so that you can be really good at it.
Thank
Yeah, Likita has one.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Okay.
Hi, this is Amrita here. Hi, Yogita. I
Yeah,
think
hi Amrita.
Prachi is facing some internet issues. So I
Okay,
think
no
kids
worries.
could go ahead and ask questions if you have. Anybody, you can come up mute and ask. Prachi is back.
Yeah, I'm really sorry for that. My internet just broke up and I wasn't there for a second. So sorry for that. And just Likita was having a question. So Likita, if you could go on with your question. Uh,
Yes, ma'am. What
Yes,
are
ma'am.
the challenges you face in connection with achieving your goals, ma'am?
Okay. Um, I've faced a lot of challenges, but I
Ma'am,
think
I can't hear you.
yes. Can you hear me now, Likita?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I can hear you, ma'am.
I think one of the biggest challenges that I face is even today. When I'm doing something, I don't think I'm good enough sometimes, and I think that I could be doing it better. So I've realized that actually use that challenge as my strength, and I tell myself that if you're not good enough, that means you can be better. But what I have learned is that just because I think I'm not good enough doesn't mean I should not do what I'm doing. Because whenever I'm designing a product, if I don't get it ready and let people use it, I will never know what other people think. So I think that's a challenge. Like a lot of times we don't do things because we think that, oh, someone else is better than me. But I think it's important to try something out and maybe fail at it and then try again so that we can be better at what we do. So I think that is one challenge. And then the second challenge that I faced was planning how to grow, like how planning my accounts, like planning how do I price my product so I can make a profit and things like that. So I watched a lot of YouTube videos and I asked a lot of friends, and that's how I learned how to do that.
yes, so Mehak has a question here. Mehak, go on with your question. Sorry, Mehak, can't hear you. Sorry, we can't hear you. Mehak, if you could try joining in again because we can't hear you. Try joining in your headphone again or you join the meeting again because it's not audible.
No, can
Yes, yes. Now we can hear you. Yes, we can. Yes. Hello.
Can
Yes.
you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, we can
Now.
hear you now.
Yeah. Yogita Didi,
Yes.
in first we start a business like you have started that products making with your friend, what with your friends, with partnerships like that. You could not be alone. No, you have one friend to help you, like some relations only, they will help you.
Hmm.
First we will not grow that much up. Now you are too much big. You everyone like your product. Some persons could not be every in 100%, 50% persons to like your product. In starting, no one who you are don't know anyone. You have lost some. In first you lost your business.
Oh, did I lose my business?
Yeah, in starting when we are opening new business, we get lost.
Yeah.
No,
Yes, yes.
yeah,
I did lose business. I mean, I did lose money first when I started, because obviously I wouldn't say I lost money, but I would say that I didn't earn enough money when I started, because not everyone knew me. Not everyone, you have to show the product to 20 people, then one person might like it. And that time, obviously, I didn't have 20 people who knew me. So when you start the business, obviously it doesn't take off in one day. It takes 2 3 years for people to get to know you. You have to work hard. You have to go and show people that, hey, look, this is what I do. Like, you have to keep trying, and then people get to know you, and then they will tell you if they like your product.
See, when my father also opened shop, he has get too much 1 year loss, too much.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking. You also get lost only, no? When we
Yes,
open
yes.
new new, no one know for us. When after 2 3 years, everyone
Yeah.
knows that we can sell everything. No,
Yes,
first we'll
yes.
get lost only.
Yeah, and then you have to think, okay, how can I sell this product? So actually, I'll give you an example. So we used to have
Okay.
this, we have this plate in our products. It's a
Yeah.
triangle shaped plate, and no one was buying that plate. So we used to sell one plate in like 2 3 months. So I sat down to
Oh.
think that why aren't people buying this plate? And then I realized that on my website, I have not shown people any ideas of how to use that plate. So we realized that the solution was very simple. We made the plate into a set of 4 plates, and we took a picture of people eating sandwiches in that plate. And then suddenly people started buying that plate. And now that plate is actually one of our best sellers. So sometimes things don't sell because maybe people aren't understanding what you're trying to sell, or they don't know what to do with it. So when you face a problem or a loss, you have to stop and think, okay, why is this loss happening? And how can I solve this problem? Is the product bad, or are people not understanding it? So you have to keep trying new things to solve the problems that you face, and then you can turn a loss into a profit.
Yes, that was really a like reality check for everybody. It's not just in a product selling or in a particular profession or a business.
Yeah.
It's in every field. Like even I would like also to add in here, because even though when we are teaching you kids, right? So if you aren't understanding a concept, we are making you understand something you aren't understanding, so we try and make you understand in a different kind of way. We use a different example. And if one day is a failure, we take that concept to one more day with a like complete change, like how we introduce you that one concept. So it's in every field, in every profession. Whenever you stop, you face difficulty, your buyers or the people you want to reach out to are not understanding. That is a very good solution and the best thing, and the most correct one that we should do. We should stop and think, like how can we approach people more better, and what is the problem actually happening. So
Yeah.
thank you, Yogita, for that. That
And how
really
can we do it
reminded,
differently?
yeah, that actually reminded me of the challenges we even face and overcome daily. So it's like I'm not even feeling that you are in a very different field than mine. It's actually having a challenge. Every field has the challenges, and we do overcome in some
Yeah,
similar kind of a way. So,
in
with,
some way or the other.
yes,
I totally agree.
I do have one more question just related to this completely. Like you might have also faced certain situations where people used to like discourage you that no, yaar, you shouldn't do this, or this is not meant for you. You can do something better. और ये क्या
Hmm.
कर रहे हो मतलब ऐसे ही बोलते हैं ना. There are
Hmm.
relatives, there are people who do discourage you. uh,
Yeah.
so at that time, what you would suggest that what
Yeah.
we should do when people do usually discourage us, how we can overcome that?
So, if I had the proper answer to that question, I would be a very popular Babaji for sure. But I would say that, yeah, you are right. People will always discourage you. They'll tell you that, you're not good, you can't do this, or this is not something really cool. I used to get that a lot. A lot of people told me that, you're a designer and you're making plates. You could do something better or bigger. But what I tell myself is that this person is just going to talk to me today for like 5 minutes, and they are not going to live my life. So I have to do what I enjoy doing and what makes me feel good, and where I can contribute to society positively.
Didi?
Like, I know I'm a good designer.
Prachi Didi,
Yeah.
who is?
Can you hear? Yeah.
Yeah, Mehak.
So I think
would
that when
get
people
back-
discourage,
sorry, Yogita, to cut off. Mehak, we would get back to
it's
you
okay.
soon. Let Yogita first finish, and I'll be back to people who have more questions.
Next title.
Yes, I would come back to you. Just let Yogita finish this, and we would be back to you with your questions. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when someone discourages you, I think everyone has one person in their life who is like their guru, who understands them and who guides them. Like one of my teachers from college, I always write to him whenever I feel demotivated, because he has seen me work, and he understands me, and he knows what I'm capable of, and he knows me as a person. So I always, whenever I feel discouraged, I write to him saying that, this person told me that. Not every time, but sometimes you feel like, okay, am I doing the wrong thing? So at that point, you go to your guru and you ask them, and then they tell you, they encourage you and they give you that courage to keep going. So I think it's important that, you all find that one person who gives you good advice and who encourages you at times when you yourself feel demotivated. It could be your brother, your sister, your mother, it could be your neighbor, it could be anyone. But find that one person who can encourage you, so that when other 10 people tell you things that are stupid, you don't pay attention to them. Sorry for using the wrong word.
Yes, that is, yeah, that reminds me of, even I often do that, but doesn't recognize that,
Yeah.
yeah, I do also return back when I am low, when I'm not feeling that things are going right. What should I do? What should I not? I do turn back to some of my teachers or guide, or someone who I know can help me out in this situation. It is really very important to look forward to someone and have that one person in life who can actually listen to you at times when you are very low, even though they can't give you a solution, but they can actually listen to you and can be there
Yeah.
for you. So it's really very important to find someone and just identify who is that in your life. There are people, but we just need to find them, locate them. Yeah, this
Find them.
person is that. Yes, Yogita.
Yes.
So thank you for that. With every single question, the connections are getting more build up. So could relate to the real life situations we do often face, and we turn up, but we don't recognize it. But yes,
Yeah.
we'll move on with Suchitra. Suchitra has a question here. Suchitra, if you can go on with your question. Do come off mute and go on with your question, Suchitra.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, ma'am. I'm Suchitra.
Hi.
Ma'am, when you're learning, it doesn't make you tough.
It doesn't make you tough?
Ma'am, when the time you're learning, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, for example, for me, I'm studying in 9th standard. Ma'am, for
Okay.
me, all the subjects are tough. Ma'am, I can't read.
Okay. You can't. So, Chitra, what I would tell you is, so I remember in the 8th standard, I was very bad at maths. I used to hate it. And my teacher would just keep giving me homework and homework. And the more I studied it, the more I didn't like it, because I didn't understand it. So one day I decided that I'm going to learn it from the beginning. I'm going to learn the basics of maths again. Okay. So in a subject, when you don't understand something, okay, say for example, you're solving a maths problem and it's a division problem and you don't understand division. So then you go back and you learn division first. So you have to always, when you don't understand something and you're finding it tough, go right to the beginning and understand the basics. So if you're having problem reading, then spend some time learning how to read properly first, then start studying. You know, that way you'll be, if you're able to read, you'll be able to study. But if you're not able to read, how will you study? It'll be so difficult. So you should go back and like spend some more time every day, take 1 hour out and just learn how to read properly first. You can look at online videos and things like that. I can send you some link, Prachi, and I'm sure your teacher will also have some resources on this, on how you can practice reading. You know, try with a small book, something very easy first, and then move on to something harder. So you have, whenever you struggle with something, just remember that you have to go back to the basics. I hope this helps.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Welcome.
Adya, you can go on with your question. Come off mute and ask your question.
Did it if you do only know?
Huh?
Did it if you make no? You do only.
Okay, so I think the question is around, do you like create every stuff on your own, or are there people who help you out with that, or do you have a team like who help you with all this?
Yes, I have a team that helps me with everything. So when I started, I used to do everything on my own, and then slowly I started making a team. So now I have a team of 12 people who work with me, and they do different tasks in order to. One person sells the product, one person dispatches the product, so one person keeps tab of the accounts, one person helps me with designing the product. So everyone does different things. So I don't do it alone.
Okay, so
Thank you.
Oscar has a question. Oscar, if you can go and ask.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, my name is Arunima, and I have a question. I know I want to pursue design. I am sure of it, but I am not sure in which field or how I want to do it. So, in your opinion, how can I find my calling?
So that's a really good question, Arunima. I actually went through the same process. When I started, I knew I wanted to study design, but which field I wasn't sure about it. So when I actually used to try to do work in different mediums. So for example, product design is more 3D. So like we make things, right? But graphic design is more to do with designing posters and things like that. So what I did is I would try a little bit of everything. And also in colleges, when you start studying design, first they make you design products, like they make you design, get a little bit of insight into everything, and then you have to select what you like. So I think that's if you find a college like that, that's a very good start. If not, then I would suggest you can even read about all the different fields. You'll automatically see whichever field you're more interested in, that's the field you might want to explore further and go ahead in that field. Like, for example, I didn't know which design I wanted to do, but I knew I did not want to do fashion design. Like, I wasn't interested in it. So I canceled that. Then I knew I didn't want to study architecture because I realized that architecture is a field which requires many years to start getting settled. So I canceled that. Then I knew I wasn't good at visualizing spaces. So I was like, okay, I don't want to do interior design. I canceled that. So I think just keep canceling what you don't want to do as you find out about design fields, and that way you'll find what you want to do.
Thank you. That was helpful.
You're welcome.
Yes, Likita, you can go on with your question.
Ma'am, you have your Instagram ID, ma'am. You make your designs, no?
Yes.
What?
Do you want?
Can you tell
It
us,
is.
ma'am?
Yeah, it is. It's Ware, WARE Innovations. INNOVATIONS. TIONS.
Where innovation. Yes, ma'am, I get it.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Okay. Thank you for that. Moving on, here I would have a question. Like
Hmm?
the profession, getting into a profession, do starts with you first getting yourself educated. Like the basic minimum
Mhm.
education is required. So study is very important for everything, and I would like to take your point on that. Like according to you, what's the role and importance of the education that we provide to the kids, and what's its main aspect for getting into a successful child becoming successful, a successful life, getting a successful life. So how it
Hmm?
can help to it, and why we should go on with the education and not just simply jump into whatever we want, how it helps giving us a guide. uh, would like to know your points on that.
So, yes. So I actually think one of the most important things about school education is that it teaches us a little bit about everything. It teaches you a little bit of science, a little bit of maths, English, like, all the different subjects, history, geography. These are all the basics of, things that we need in life. And you realize it after you're done with your education. If you don't know the map of India, then you won't know, like, when someone's talking to you about, maybe like in my field, if someone's telling me it's made in Jaipur, like I don't even know, if I don't know where's Jaipur in India, then how will I understand how far it is from me? So I think just education is very important in understanding the basics. Like, I'm a designer and I don't have to study science, for example, but science is the core of what I do. Like, ceramic products, they shrink when we fire them because of contraction. And that's a idea that physics teaches us, right? So I could very well say that I don't need physics in my life, but actually it's there in my life no matter what I want, right? So if I have an understanding, I'll be able to learn much faster. That's why I think it's very important to get educated, especially like school gives you a very good understanding about all the basic things in our life, about health, about, like, how the climate changes, like what are different materials. Like, if you don't know these basic things, then like how do you move ahead and learn anything? Also, I think it's important to even go to college and study rather than just jumping into work, because in college you really go in depth into that one subject that you really like you know so for example, when I studied design, I learned how to learn about design, I learned how to design, I learned the process. So when you go in depth, then you can really master that one skill. So if you become an engineer, you learn engineering very specifically. Then you're not studying geography on the side, you're just studying engineering. So I think like education is really important, and you should, even if you don't like a subject, I think it's really important to study it, because you don't know when in life it might come and help you. So, like, to give you an example, I when I was in college, I designed a product which was solving the problem of lack of electricity in a lot of cities in India, like a lot of small towns. So that product was, I designed a product that if you wear it and you walk, it would generate electricity and store it, and then it would give light at night. So, I mean, I don't know how to generate electricity, correct? But I had studied basics of it in school. So, because I'd studied it in school, I could go and ask questions to engineers and learn about it and actually make that product, you know? So, I think school, and that time I was sitting in my class and I was thinking, wow, thank God I was paying attention in my physics class. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to design this product. So that's the reason. I think that's one of my experiences where I've learned that it's very important to actually study. And I also think a lot of times in school we think that, okay, it's very important to get marks, so let me just copy and get marks, or like let me study for marks. But more than marks, I think it's very important to study to understand the things that you're studying, to understand how the weather changes or how things work and why things work a certain way. Like, don't just study for marks, because then you'll forget what you're studying. Study because you find it interesting or because you want to learn. Then it'll stay with you for the rest of your life, and you'll be able to use it.
Yes, I do agree. We shouldn't study for marks and study for like understanding and apply it in our real life. The application based knowledge is really, really very important, because marks will come and go. Nobody
Yes.
will even ask. When you grow up, nobody is going to ask you
Yeah.
what was your mark in the class 5 or in class 10, what you scored.
Class
So
10.
it's actually the application that is very important if
Yes.
you understand it. So yeah, we are
Yes.
running short of time. I would like to know much more from you, since the session is getting so much of interactive, and I have more of a questions, and I also think people out here have a lot of questions to ask you. But due to time restrictions, would can we can only have one more question. So I would like to
Mhm.
end up here with asking you a question, like asking to you to give some advice to our kids over here. There are fellows even present here, and there are kids
Mhm.
even present here. So would like to know from you your last advice to all of us that we can take forward in our life. May not be we are heading forward to various different fields and professions, but one advice that you would like to give us to carry forward in our life.
I think this is an advice that I use for myself as well. I think it's really important to keep learning something new every single day. And I think as a student, it's very important to ask questions. If you don't understand something, just ask. Till date, I struggle sometimes to ask questions because I think that, oh, will I look silly, or like, will I not look smart enough? But it doesn't matter, because if you don't ask that question, you'll never know the answer. So I think I really enjoyed this session because all of you asked me questions, and I think it was so nice because even I got to learn so many things, just sharing my experience with you. So just please, I will encourage you guys that please in life, just keep learning and don't get discouraged by failure. Always try something and keep learning, and I will guarantee you all that you will all be successful. Okay, so yeah, it's a very simple piece of advice, but I think it goes a really long way.
Yes, truly, surely that goes on really long, because learning and taking the courage to ask questions would let ourselves see the vision very well. So I hope the listeners over here, all the kids and the fellows, would be enjoying the session, and they would take away this simple advice of yours and put it in their lives. And I would like every one of you to just come off mute and let us shower our thank to Yogita for being with us for this 1 hour and answering all our questions so patiently. So just every one of you come off mute and let's thank Yogita for being here. Let's wish her for her life and a big success ahead. Come off mute, guys, everyone at once. Let's take 3 seconds
Didi,
to be
Prachi
off
Didi,
mute. Yes, Mahek.
Prachi Didi.
Yes, Mahek.
In our house, light only not there. We see black.
No worries, just come off mute. Unmute करना है खुद को, and we need to just listen.
See
Okay,
candle.
I
We
can
are
hear the
lighting candle
sound
and we are
from the
sitting.
back. Is so okay. Are you guys cheering her up? So I think that is a huge cheer from the kids' side.
Thank you.
Yogita.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very
Thank you
much,
so much,
Didi,
Yogita.
for
Thank you,
coming
Didi.
us and teaching
Thank
something
you,
new.
Didi.
Thank you so much for having me here today. It was very nice. Thank you.
Okay, so just in the
Geeta
last
Didi.
thing, thank you
Yes.
everyone. I would like everyone to be on mute now, and let's just switch on our videos and have a quick photograph. Have a photo with Yogita over here. So just switch on your cameras if you can. Yes,
Thank you
3 seconds
so
to
much,
just
Yogita
switch
Didi,
on
for
your
coming and
camera.
teaching us new things.
You're welcome, and thank you so much.
Yes. So
Thank you,
just
sister.
switch on your cameras. Everyone just
Didi, they have
yes.
too dark.
Yeah,
Didi,
no
the
light.
current has gone.
You would
So
just
I
be
am
a
taking
memory.
torch and roaming here and there.
Okay, so whoever can, just please switch on your camera and let's have a pic of everyone who is over here with Yogita. Thank you so much. Yes,
For me with candle.
yeah, amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, Yogita, and thank you for this wonderful session. We really enjoyed it, learning, listening from you, and such beautiful insights you sharing with all of us. Thank you so much for that, and hope we can again get
Thank
back
you.
sometime and learn more from you. Thank you
Yes.
so much. So, guys, our session ends
Yes,
here.
I would love to.
Yes,
Didi?
Yogita, you can go on. Yes, you can go on.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Arka Bhaiya.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Ma'am, we have class next. Yours.
We would try to plan a class again with Yogita Didi. That was not a class, but was a nice session learning from her about her life and how we can take it forward. We would also try to plan it again. So till then, let's wish her have a great journey, Yogita, and wish you all success in your life. And it
Thank you
was
so
nice
much.
having you. All the very best. Good evening. Take care.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Good
Bye,
night.
ma'am.
Bye.
And thank you,
Bye,
Arka
Didi.
Devnath
Thank
Bhaiya.
you.
Yogita.